Hello guys and welcome. So in this video I wanted to answer the question, what is Xenoblade Chronicles 2? This video is aimed at people who know nothing about Xenoblade Chronicles 2, have always been curious. Hopefully it will serve as a good starter guide for you. So Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is an open world action RPG. It was developed by Monolith Soft and published by Nintendo exclusively for the Nintendo Switch. And it was released on the 1st of December 2017. It's the third installment in the Xenoblade Chronicles series. Now, I personally have never played the previous games, but I did finish this game completely, and I absolutely loved it. Like exploring the world, seeing what was going on, the interaction between characters, and so on. So let me read this to you. So it says, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 takes place in Ulrest, a world covered in a sea of clouds. Humans live on top of and inside living creatures known as titans, together with blades. Powerful beings that can be summoned by certain human named drivers, and to whom they are tied for the rest of the driver's life. So think of it like collecting Pokemon or something, but they're called blades, and you, as a person collecting blades, are called the driver. Let's see. After he is hired for salvaging a mission, a young driver named Rex is killed but revived by a legendary blade named Pyra, on the promise of taking her to Elysium, a fabled paradise at the top of the world tree. Together with other drivers and blades, the duo, caught in a war between countries, attempts to reach the world tree while being chased by Torna, an elusive faction seeking to capture Pyra. Now, one thing I've noticed that when I was playing through the story is that the game is very difficult at the beginning. Like when you're exploring like the first big zone, like even the level 5 mobs might take ages to kill, but then there's like some level 80 mob roaming the area. So, but if you stick to it, you level up, you grind, you level up your blades, you gather as many as possible, and so on, then you will have a good time in this game. Now, Video Game Donkey did a hilarious review about this game, so I will link that in the description. As per always with the What Is series, I'm going to link as many useful resources as possible to the official website, to the Wikipedia, and so on, and to the trailer showing on screen right now. Now, I spent about 60, 70 hours in this game because I really wanted to do as much as possible. But if I wanted to do 100%, then it would have probably occupied me 400, 200 hours at least. There's so much other things to do, but I really just wanted to press on and do the story. And the story itself is divided into chapters. So you do whatever, you do a little bit of what you're doing. You're trying to accomplish a certain mission or a certain thing or go somewhere, and then at the end of each chapter it like climaxes and some big amazing cutscene, and takes you on to the next thing of what you're doing. And along the way as well, your blades, like Pyra, who's always with you, eventually she evolves, but simply play the game and you'll find out why. And then some characters who are your enemies at the beginning, they become your allies and stuff like that. So this story is full of twists and turns, but it's really, really well made and so on. Now, my personal critique of the game was that the Nintendo Switch, it's a good console. I like the Nintendo Switch. There's a lot of amazing games on it, but it's quite weak. So in some of the big open areas, like it was only pushing 720p 30 FPS at best, if sometimes even worse than that, because simply the graphics of the game were too good. So my hope for the future is that the game will be either remastered or put onto some future Nintendo console, which is just way more powerful than the Switch, because a little bit I felt like the game was let down by the weakness of the Switch itself. But it doesn't take away from the experience of the game, because Nintendo focuses on, is the game fun? And this game, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, is definitely fun. And Monolith, who actually helped Nintendo to develop Breath of the Wild, obviously they have a lot of experience in doing everything properly. Now, the game is more action RPG, so it's hack and slash, but there is some sort of menu crawling as well. So it's kind of a mix. It's almost a way of like how Final Fantasy VII Remake is trying to do their thing, except when you're scrolling through the menus, the game doesn't slow down. You have to just be on point. And you do have to dodge damage. You can't just tank everything. You do have to be tactical with everything you're doing as well. So, and there were some real tough boss fights towards the end of the game. I remember it. Like, there were some boss fights I had to attempt several times in order to get down because I hadn't prepared enough. But overall, I did absolutely love the game. If I can link to my playthrough as well, I will do that. I mean, to be honest, looking at the trailers, it makes me want to play the game again. And since then, they have released more DLC as well to extend the story and so on. So, guys, tell me in those comments down below, have you played Xenoblade Chronicles 2? Did you play the other Xeno games? Like, I want to know. And also as well, we'll see in the future if there's a Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I thought this was a fantastic game, and like, I think the series should continue, but that's just my opinion. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to visit the official website, and let's see what's written on there. Let's go now. Okay, so this is the official website, which link in the description. So let's see, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Let's see, 4.5 out of 5, 9.5 out of 5, 5 out of 5. So it got very highly rated. And you can see there's some screenshots and some trailers and stuff like that here as well. So, okay, let's read this. So it says, lead Rex, Pyra, and the world to refuge. Lost in a sea of clouds, entire civilizations rest on the back of titans. As the giant beasts march towards death, the last hope is a scavenger named Rex and Pyra, a living weapon known as a blade. Can you find the fabled paradise she calls home? Command a group of blades and lead them to countless strategic victories before the world ends. Each titan hosts its own distinct cultures, wildlife, and diverse regions to explore. Search the vast open areas and labyrinth corridors for treasure, secret paths, and creatures to battle and index. During these escapades, you'll get to know a large cast of elected characters, including the weaponized life forms known as blades. Gather these allies, bond with them to increase their power, and utilize their special arts to devastate enemies, but to save the world of Orest. You must first demystify its cloudy past. So yeah, so like I said, guys, it's a great game. I really enjoyed it. I love playing through this game, so I had to put it onto the on my What Is series. Simple as that. So as I said, guys, it is exclusively on the Nintendo Switch. It was very well received. I loved it. All of my friends loved it. You know, the and thank you as well to my viewers who recommended this game to me, because I didn't even know that Xenoblade even existed before it was recommended to me. And that's also part of the reason I'm motivated to do this What Is series every day, because it allows me to explore other games, other franchises, and so on. Because when I started this YouTube channel, I was mostly doing just Final Fantasy XIV only. And it was fine. I had fun with it. But as the years went on, I felt like I was missing out, really, on a lot of other game franchises. And franchises like this one. So, like I said, guys, let me know in those comments down below. Have you played this game? Did you like it? What are your thoughts about the power of the Nintendo Switch? Did the Switch let it down? That is my opinion. But other than that, like, tell me what you think. Did you go ahead and finish the game as quickly as possible? Did you gather as many blades as possible, get to the max level, and do all the optional bosses? You know, I want to know what you guys decided to do in the game. So yeah, and also as well, I actually own the DLC, and I never actually played it. So I might actually do that at some point. So yeah, so I think that will be a good time to stop for the day. So anyway, guys, that's it for this video. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. You can watch a random video over there. You can watch the latest upload down there. Or you can click down here to subscribe. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.